What do you think, Ben? What
Reddit's great for many things.
Does Reddit matter?
No, honestly, no. And it's great for a lot of things. I use Reddit daily, but I don't use it to get my crypto information because it's a lot of people running around like headless chickens, just posting whatever their emotions are telling them to. I think that and actually, this scam narrative, I think Reddit may be the only place that's actually going on. I've not really, you tell me, are you still getting confronted with that whole kind of scam mentality? I haven't, maybe because I'm a new channel.
I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to Google because I think this is interesting. And by the way, Daniel 87 NC, it's a fair question.
It's a very good point. Yeah, no, I definitely bring that up, and I've seen it too.
Like I did this probably 10 times on stream. When I search for Hex crypto on Google, I don't see, even when I go to the news, I think whoever's did SEO and whoever's been posting articles and all that stuff, I don't see the scam stuff.
Hex looks to have graduated to me.
There's this one that I know that's that people have talked about recently, but most of the time when I'm looking, when you do an outsider perspective, and I did a few streams where I'm like, go down the rabbit hole of Hex, go down the rabbit hole of PulseChain, PulseX, and just try to be like, try to act like a person who doesn't know anything about it. Search for it on the internet, try to go through the threads, go through Reddit, whatever it is. When I type in Hex crypto, I don't see scam stuff. I see Richard winning. I see related projects type stuff. I see all the price charts. I don't see the scam stuff. So now let's do Reddit and see what happens. Opinion, Hex. I don't. Here's scammer legit now. Okay, here's an article, 12 reasons why are so many, but most of it.
I guess that article's maybe what, 2 years old, a year old, just over.
Yeah, there you go. I
think so to me,
articles about scam.
I've heard, and I wasn't a Hex OG by any means, and so I've heard a lot of people talking about that narrative. But to me, it looks like the narrative has somewhat changed. I think the graduation from very, very speculative hot topic that did some crazy things in the last cycle has changed. And it seems to be now one that is based a little bit more or a lot more in trust. I think. I mean, it's passed its litmus test to me. I think it's graduated to being a valid option for more serious investors. I think that's showing, through what we're seeing as messaging surrounding Hex.
Yeah, I think it is definitely changed. So I think one thing that's helped is price go up. And that's the best. I don't know who said this, maybe multiple people, but the best marketing is price go up. It's hard to do in a bear market, but when people see that, they think, oh, must be legit because people are buying it. That's not the test you should use, but it gives people a more dim feels positive rather than dim feels negative.
Anyone watching this stream now, and I said this earlier, anyone who you have a lot of information out there, but anyone who is aware of this ecosystem right now doesn't have the excuse to not capitalize. And it's ridiculous to think that, because we're still very, very early, and so we are more educated now, or as a community. And so we know, or we have a very big conviction and belief that it's not a scam. To me, it's not even a narrative anymore. But I think that there's such a long runway ahead, and such a prosperous kind of path forward for everyone, that you really have no excuse. You can get a part-time job and start dollar cost averaging in. I know people who have done that. I remember speaking on, I think, my second ever stream about a friend of mine who took out a home equity line of credit. And I'll preface this by saying that he could afford it. It was just an experiment for him. And I'm going to get him on my channel too, but he took out a HELOC for 100K to invest into Hex. And I think the price was around the time was like 2.1. More than tripled his money already. Has no intention of selling anytime, in the next couple of weeks and months. Like he's there, and he's going to ride that experiment out to that guy's. He's going to become a deca-millionaire through Hex, because I will say this as well. He does have a traditional financial background, but he's been heavy into crypto for a while, and he sees the writing on the wall. He's got the foresight to start looking ahead. And so anyone, regardless of how little you're DCAing in, it could pay dividends, and it will pay dividends in the future just by being active now and starting to accumulate.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I was clipping one of Richard's streams recently, and I think it was a year or so ago, and he said, somebody asked a question in chat, when rug pull? And his response is very succinct. It's very, very just like simple. It was, you know, what has rug pull ever occurred over 2 years, 3 years? Like, how long does it take? How long does it need to be up 100% uptime, flawless operation, minting millionaires, all this? How long does it take?
He's past that point now. He doesn't need to rug pull.
Exactly. It's
a moot point. There are many, and for anyone watching, there are a lot of ways to leverage the net worth that one has when you reach the point where he has. I mean, we have life insurance policies. We have a lot of avenues that mean that he is never going to not have money. He can maintain that income now in less speculative ways. And so I think now when people say he's in it for the glory, and it sounds so cultish to agree with that. It's something so alien to me to accept that someone is in it to win a Nobel Prize, right? Or whatever target, the astronomical target that someone has. But it seems so. I mean, unless he's a very dumb man, which it doesn't look like he is, he can capitalize, you know, without selling out of his bags. There's no need.
It is an extremely unique situation. Yeah, I don't think I would ever believe anyone else was in it for glory that had this kind of persona, that this kind of situation, this kind of community. He's the one guy. The one guy I'm like, yep, I believe you.